A gay bar. I'm non-binary. You can't arrest me.
Oh, that had to have made it on. That had to have made it on. There's no way that didn't make it on. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know exactly when it starts to pick up, but like definitely when it was loading, that was said. So,
well, I'll have my comeuppance one day. I was talking about that the other day.
It's better if it fizzles before it starts anyway. It doesn't lead you to any place where you don't want any more disappointment, right, Case?
You're right. No more disappointment in my life. Are you saying I should just die?
I'm retiring drag. So I'm like, should all just retire. No, I could never. Are you kidding me? I've not made any proper plans. I'm gonna be like that fucking Portland, Oregon drag queen that's like 98 years old that whenever they need to cross the stage, they have a bedazzled stick that she can hold on to and someone guides her across. That's going to be me. But she has her own theater, and that's the goal. Wouldn't that be a nice thing if I got like a drag theater where I just like had like drag shows and just completely kowtowed to the fucking bachelorette party life?
Make that money. Gotta get that scratch.
I mean,
you gotta hear those women screeching to get that scratching.
At this point, we got to be true to myself and think, there's not going to be that much fame. She might as well work for some like financial stability.
You never know.
And if that means I got to tap a for a bunch of fucking Stephanie's getting married next month, then maybe that's it.
Look, every bachelorette wants to be debased by a man in a dress, and so I think
my thing is like I don't want to fucking talk shit about a fucking cis woman getting married. I don't want to be in a room with her.
Yeah, but if you have to be in a room with them for that scratch, you'll at least get to talk shit about them.
I'm contemplating making all of these huge concessions, like just to fucking make it.
Name one concession.
Have to be there. It's a concession.
That's
but no, it would be really cute to like have a lease to a theater space where like I just feature drag queens and not those game show bitches, because there's just too fucking many of those.
There's so many of them now,
and they're not all doing great stuff. So there's no need to lift that up anymore.
Now that they're letting TikTok queens onto the show.
I mean, look, and they're gonna really spin it so that America loves those two fucking creatures, I think, which I've never seen them on my TikTok. So
I have actually. But my TikTok's a bit more skewed.
I'm sure it is. Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of I'd like to ID that kid.
I literally was like, oh fuck, I know these guys. I was like, oh my god, I know these two. What?
Although I had a moment recently where someone was like being held up due to one of the RuPaul girls and had mentioned their name, and I had to Google it before I was like, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Well, it's 15 seasons, hundreds of fucking people at this point. It's crazy.
And like, yeah. No, I mean, I watched the 2-hour thing at the Eagle, which isn't the best place to go. And then I drank like 3 or 4 fucking
tall boys,
like,
and they're the bigger tall boys. Those are like 32 ounces.
And Jay and I went and hi Stephen Ray Martinez. Jay and I then went and ate Indian food, and a lot of Indian food 30 minutes before closing time. We were those gays. We were like. Like we finished an order of samosas and then ordered more samosas. We were like, we need more of those. Whatever.
Well, I'm happy that you had fun on Friday.
Yeah. Don't watch
doing your favorite thing. No, watch Drag Race.
No, don't watch Drag Race at the Eagle in LA.
Oh, okay. Well, it's outside. It's also was raining and cold, so like
no, it wasn't. And the thing was like I was hoping it was gonna be chill. Like I remember it being chill,
and it was not chill.
It was not. No,
it was rowdy.
It was rowdy, and honestly, it was like, does every bar that play it have like channels where they play the background music louder than the fucking words that the goddamn clowns are saying? Like You hear the background music of Drag Race, like the actual like background music they put behind it, like the sound effects and the whoosh and stuff like that, and like the much louder at every bar than you do the words that the fucking queens are saying. And I'm like, is this like a split channel situation?
I don't know. I'm not an AV guy. I'm not really helpful in any scenario except for chatting.
Hi, YouTube. We haven't even said hi to the YouTubes. Hi, YouTubes. Sorry. Hi, yes, we are going to get started here in 1 second after I do a text.
Who are you texting? You have more important people to be talking to rather than me right now while we're recording on YouTube, an international platform for creators to create content. And here we are creating content, and you're doing nothing except creating a rift between the two of us.
We talked about Drag Race, and I told Jay that I was going to ask Akbar if they're doing a 5 o'clock Pacific time showing.
Eastern time,
because that is
Pacific time. You're right.
I know.
So you're texting Akbar right now?
I was texting Albert, yeah, because I said I was going to do it, and then I forgot it.
Can you text him about us doing a live show?
They no longer have the East Coast feed. That's boo.
Wow, you really sounded like a sheep there.
That was me booing. That's not a sheep move. That's
boo again. Boo again.
I won't do it now.
It sounded like a sheep. There was a warble to it.
Listen, I can't help that I have a natural vibrato.
Can I hear it one more time? I just want to know if you naturally boo like a sheep.
They said, but they can show the 8 p.m. I mean, I'm not interested in that. That would be rowdy. That sounds rowdy. Rowdier, even in Akbar. They have that one little TV.
Yeah, imagine a precinct. It'd be a shit show.
I mean, precinct, I think, is the better place.
Well, let's go.
Right. God damn it, you're yelling. Do you want to do a show? I feel like we've held up our YouTubes.
YouTube.
Boo. That was a steady stream of sound.
That was there was no warble.
I'm sorry that you have a bad Wi-Fi connection. Poor.
We all heard it. Play it back the tape. Release the tapes.
Listen, I do full transparency.
Count the votes.
But I do steal elections. Well, I can count you in if you want to do a show.
Yeah, I want to do a show.
Okay.
Oh, wait, what am I saying? Hold on.
Like now?
Yeah. It's not counting me in, Tony. That's smoking herb.
I know, but I got to start on a clean slate. It's 2023. You know, you can't start a show with a fucking bowl that's already been burning.
Yeah, everyone. It's new year. Real new tactics on how to get
green,
high.
Baby. It's gotta be green. All right, so I'll just do like a 4, 3.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Gay Power Half Hour, the only gay podcast on the internet that's just like the Golden Globes in 2023, because it's full of gay people. But still not really as black as it should be. With two hosts, Casey Lai.
Hi, I'm Tony Soto. I'm gonna give that one a C. That one is.
Let's do another one.
No, you don't
I want to do another one. I want to do another one.
All right, but listen, they're both going on. So at this point, they're both going to be heard. So we're going to give the audience a chance to see which one they think is better.
Got it. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Gay Power Half Hour, the only gay podcast on the internet that's as chaotic as a Brazilian insurrection, with two chaos agents, Casey Lai and Tony Soto.
I am still Tony Soto. All right, you know what? They're both C's. They're both C's. But honestly, no. The thing is like, truthfully, we kind of laid it on you at the last minute because I have been faltering at trying to do the openers, but you have firmly pushed me aside and said that you want to do the openers.
Well, I have one more.
Okay. All right.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Gay Power Half Hour, the only gay podcast on the internet that's like gas stove, because we are flaming from inside your house until the government shuts us down. With Casey Lai and Flamer Burner number 2.
That's the winner.
That's the
winner.
one.
Yeah. That in my heart, that's the good one. It makes sense that it was third because sometimes you're slow at the gate. But she's got, you're a warmer upper, and I appreciate that.
And also, I just want to say, you didn't have one, and so in several minutes, I just came up with 3. I came up with 3. Okay,
I was already saying that, and you stepped out. First of all, you came up with 1. You came up with 2 stinks. You know what I mean? 2 stinks. Hi, Casey.
Welcome back to Gay Power Half Hour.
How far into the year do we get to stop saying Happy New Year? Because I'm already at that point. Today, on the day of recording, it is January 11th.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I've seen everyone that I will probably see ever in my life again. But what say I stumble on a stranger on the 11th? Do I say Happy New Year?
I think for maybe the Ides of January. So the middle of January, 2 weeks in. After that, why would you? Why would you keep going? It's the new year. Yeah. Have you had to date anything this year? Are you still writing 2022? Are you still writing 2021?
Oh no, I don't really write. No,
you haven't signed a contract or a check.
I'm not picking up. I did tell someone that an invoice that I just paid off. I was like, send me the invoice, but say it was paid last year. I was like, I need them to know that was paid last year, so that way I can. Whatever. Tax season is coming, and I'm now like, I have like a little fucking independent freelance business thing now with LA.
Sure. Right. Yeah, you're incorporated.
And they're already asking, they're like, hey, what's the gross income you've made last year? And I'm like, I don't really know that until the things start coming in.
Yeah.
And it feels early and pressury for you to be hitting me up in December of 2022 when that's not till April.
Yeah.
So
you should respond, you're right, income is gross, and I don't want to talk about it for several more months.
I'm like, no one's sending me anything. No, I want to get it done. I want to get it done and out of the way. But I'm at the mercy of someone sending me shit because I don't pay attention throughout the year. I'm just happy it's there.
Yeah. Well, as we've always said on the show, Tony Soto, you're a financial genius and a wizard, and I hope that
I'm a lucky prick is what I am. I'm a lucky prick is what it comes down to. It's like there's many a times I should have been back home in Clinton. You know what I mean? Like, how did she pull out again? Pull through, not out. Never
never pulls out. Yeah.
Why
if you want to
make a delivery.
I mean, we haven't done this show in side by side in the same room in years. So honestly, you could go back to Clinton and we could be fine.
Oh, those would be some dark days. Those shows would be interesting. Oh God, because you have to really ask yourself where you'd fall there.
Yeah. Give it up for my Illinois boy, Tony Soto.
Yeah, that would get on my nerves. And I was just back. I was just back in Clinton, and it was over the Christmas break, and it wasn't during the holidays. It was like days after Christmas. And so then it was just bleak and cold. And I was like, shuffling my friend Paul around. And I mean, she put on a button-down shirt. And I was like, I don't know what you're expecting to see here. I'm like, you're going to be the best dressed person at an empty bar. Like, no one's wearing button-down shirts unless they're flannel.
If I know Paul, I know enough that Paul doesn't mind being the best dressed person in a bar.
No, she did not.
And nice to hear you don't have to put a lot of work in it when you are in Clinton, Illinois.
Yeah, but the thing is like it was just funny to take a New York person of Jewish descent to my hometown.
Yeah,
it seems like I just always bring the eccentric folks. Like I remember taking Shea Coulee for the first time to Clinton, and it just being like, there are too many of you staring over here. It was before she was Shea Coulee. Like
right.
She was just my black friend,
right?
Yeah. And I was like, y'all are staring too hard for like no good reason. And it's like, and what it was giving was, we have a tally of all and how many are here, and that is an extra one.
Something feels off. I don't know what it is, but the balance feels off, and I'm not a master practitioner or a wizard, but I'm pretty sure it has something to do with your friend.
They're
over
wizards, grand wizards. Girl.
Where's the closest gay bar to Clinton, Illinois?
There's one in Bloomington Normal. I'm sure there's one in Decatur. There's got to be one in Champaign. I mean, listen, my hometown is in between like 20 to 45 minutes from different college towns.
Right.
So it might have sucked in Clinton, but like if you had a friend with a car, you could go get into trouble elsewhere. So, it was still like, listen, I tore Bloomington up. Like she was high as
fuck. Bloomington's awesome. Bloomington, Indiana?
No, Bloomington, Illinois. Bloomington, Indiana. First of all, there's nothing in Indiana that's good.
No, Bloomington's cool.
They try to give us that whole there's more than corn in Indiana, that fucking amusement park. No, it's just a shit amusement park in a fucking corn-ridden fucking state.
Well, after Mike Pence was governor, there was also AIDS in
plenty of it.
Indiana.
Plenty of it.
So and there's more than corn. We've got AIDS.
It was that kind of AIDS where the people were like, "What do you mean I can't get the pills?"
I'm sorry. Did you say maize? No. I said AIDS.
Oh my God. Well, this was a fun start.
Hey. Should we do another one?
Hello, everyone. My turn. Hello. Well, let's talk about insurrections because I thought for sure that up until recently we had the most impressive one. But Brazil has really outdone us. Did they beat us in the World Cup too? Did they go farther than we did?
Not much further. Probably one or two. But that was expected. I mean, they should have won the whole gosh darn thing. But turns out Brazilians are a tad chaotic right now. I don't know. Well, they're just trying to run over all of their institutions, including their football team. Pele's dead, and it's everything now. It's just Pele.
Everything's done after
Pele's dead.
Pele was keeping the whole country together. Who fucking knew? Because I mean, they've had a new president for a couple months or like a month at least or something before Pele died. But the moment he did, that's when they were like, "We've had it." If you don't know what we're talking about, former dictator Bolsonaro of Brazil is taking refuge in Florida. Go figure. And while he's been in Florida, his MAGA group of followers have raged against the machine. They invaded the Supreme Court, the Congress,
their White House or whatever.
Yeah. I think their actual presidential home was.
Yeah.
And the thing is like, I don't know. I feel like they're downplaying the numbers because it looks attended.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. The fucking Capitol riot in America was pretty well attended.
What was that number? Do we know? Was it like over 20,000?
It was the biggest. It was the biggest insurrection the Capitol has ever seen. So it was like a million. It was over a million. Yeah. I don't know the actual answer to that. But they sure did fuck shit up. And in Brazil, the numbers seemed big. It was also, crazy that it was coordinated enough to do two or three different spots, Well, it's also crazy that the Bolsonaro fled to Palm Springs, I believe, Palm Beach, Florida. Is he staying at Mar-a-Lago? I know he spent the election.
They shot him at a fucking Costco or something. He was like at a Sam's Club or whatever, and people were taking video of him. I was like, and here's the thing. Here's what I'm tired of, Casey. I'm tired of like situations that just look so blatantly like y'all did something illegal. You know what I mean? Like you all have your hands in something right now. Like, why is it that he's holding up in Florida? How is it that like we can be okay with that? Because him being there, working close to DeSantis,
it's crazy.
Like, it just looks too fucking shady. And because of Trump, we have literally put all discretion aside when it comes to liars, cheaters, dictators, fucking evil people. We're just like, well, it looks illegal, but I guess it's not. Like, have the rules changed?
Well, I mean, I think what Trump did do, before the real illegal stuff and like the attempts to destroy democracy, was he did lean into a lot of things that turns out there weren't rules against. It was just norms, And so once all of these norms started following, once all of these norms started falling, it was not hard to see laws be broken and it not be that big of a thing, because you'd be like, oh well, so what, he didn't do the thing he was supposed to do that everyone else did. No one says he has to do that, and then no one says he has to give up the presidency, and it's like, no, yeah, you do have to give up the presidency, but no one said it. So I don't know, I think that, and I was reading that a lot of these people there are full on, like, it's not quite QAnon, but it's the same fucking thing. They all have these like crazy fucking fabulous fantasies about what's like, oh, Lula is already actually in custody and Bolsonaro is already in charge, and they're just by doing this they're just liberating.
Then why are you mad?
Because part of the plan is they have to ransack the Capitol to trigger Bolsonaro's flight back from Florida, and it's like, shut the fuck up, you fucking idiots.
This is just like the wildest nonsense, and it's like, oh my god, everyone in the whole planet is just a bit of stupid. You know what I mean? There is a bit of stupid in every goddamn country, no matter where you paint it, or no matter if it's Portuguese or fucking beat up English, it all sounds so fucking stupid. Have you seen like the sedation of like fucking Marjorie Taylor Greene right now? Like,
yeah, she's glammed up. She's taken seriously now.
They put little powder on her, because she's saddled up to McCarthy. Do you know this is very interesting with the Bobert McCarthy, Marjorie Taylor Greene, right? Like Marjorie is turning away from her QAnon bullshit, and she's trying to become establishment. She's trying to get on the McCarthy train and see if that's going to make her a respectable congressman, so she can spew her bullshit more publicly and have it supported. Whereas Boebert is on the fuck McCarthy, I'm the new Republican Party, we're going to take it over, we have 20 members. And I'm like, we're going to see this play out. Like, who's going to win? Like, whose idea is going to be? But what's shitty is one of them's going to win. Like, one of them's going to like be on the right Republican path.
Yeah. I mean, it was fascinating to me to watch Marjorie call the other, like the holdouts, like destructionists. Like, she was calling them like people who don't want to get anything done. They're just narcissists who are only voting to get known. And it's like, have you no self-awareness or shame? But no, they don't. I mean, they don't. And that's like, that is the great lasting legacy of Trump, is that it proves that it is very hard to beat people who have literally no ethics and zero shame. And these people have one goal, and that is to just fucking plaster their faces all over the fucking place. And I'm interested to see what happens. I'm bummed. Last time we did a show, we were talking about how Kevin would never be the speaker. I'm bummed that he's the speaker. I think he'll last 3 months, 2 to 3 months.
I don't think it's going to be long, because at this point too, like a Democrat could even call for his removal. Not that I think that's going to happen. I think the Democrats are blissfully going to watch the Republican Party implode within itself in the House. I mean, look, the first time we want to raise that debt ceiling, we're fucked. Like, there is no question that Social Security and Medicaid is fucking out. They want that shit cut. They want to extend the age on how, like, Lindsey Graham was fucking all pompous and being like, I'm 66, I'm going to be 67. But he's like, I have good insurance. I have a good salary, a good pension. If that means that I have to wait longer to get, my shit, I'm happy to do it. Do you not hear your fucking out of touch elitist ass?
No, seriously.
That you're like, I have every reason why it would be okay for me.
Yeah.
But she's also don't have what you have, you queen.
Yeah, she's gonna need that insurance because that anal HPV is gonna start kicking in pretty soon too. She's of a certain age. And one, two, I mean,
I love that there's a two.
When there's Lindsay, there's always a two. She no, what was I gonna say? The debt, when it comes to the debt ceiling though, I mean, this is gonna be what's interesting is like, it is so close, the breakdown of Republicans versus Democrats, that like all the Democrats are going to vote for a debt ceiling increase. The Republicans,
you think the moderate Republicans are going to get on the board?
What else are they going to do? Destroy the country, destroy the world, destroy the financial markets? Listen, they say they're going to do that, but prove to me that it's like Putin saying they're going to use a nuclear weapon. I mean,
if they
it's a tactic, but it is, and ultimately,
their voting record alone says they don't fucking care about the goddamn country. Like their voting record when it comes to anything. Says they don't fucking care. They're Trump. Even the fucking quiet ones that you don't hear about ever are the vote for Trump bullshit all the time. So it's like they knew where that path was going. We're around the outcome area, being like, oh, well, it's about outcome. And like, I don't know. I don't trust conservatives.
No,
it's hard for me to trust conservatives.
I don't trust a single conservative. In fact, opposite of trust conservatives. I actively think that they are working to fuck a lot of shit up. And I also think, I mean, talking about not trusting conservatives, George Santos is literally in Congress only now any longer because McCarthy needs him for these votes. This is a walking fucking shit show nightmare scenario, and that's the Republican Party is like, come on in, baby. We need you. We need to get those votes to destroy the world.
I also kind of feel like, isn't this a situation where like we should like be picketing the Congress? Like, isn't this something that we should be outside? Like, or is it just up to New York to eat their own shit after them ruining the goddamn country?
Well, Long Island deserves to eat some shit for sure, for a variety of reasons. One, in electing George Santos, but also lock her up. Not I am happy to pick it to reuse that. Lock that bitch up.
Yeah, it to me, it's just like, and the thing is, it's like the rhetoric he's trying to spill still is like, oh, I've not done anything wrong. I've not done anything unethical. And it's like, we don't know who you fucking are, bro. Like, we don't know you. We don't know who you are. No one knows who you are. And the thing is like Long Island should have already not known who the fuck he was, but then they're gonna unload his dumb ass onto us, and now we have to not know who the fuck he is.
There was an article today talking about some people that he used to live with and various people, and he literally stole. He was a thief. He was like a petty thief. He stole from anyone who ever lived with, and then just like blamed it on things, and then blamed it on the people, disappeared. The guy was like, I didn't realize he stole my shirt. I knew he did, but I didn't realize it was true until I saw him wearing it during his announcement for his fucking candidacy. And so sure, he didn't do anything wrong. The minute they fucking look into how all of a sudden he went from living with people, like various different families in like various different like New York apartments, to getting $700,000 to being able to give $700,000 to his own campaign in a very short matter of time. How that fucking happened, I'm very interested to see. I have a feeling it wasn't all Bitcoin.
And y'all, look, like, here's the thing, too. Like, this guy is a sociopath. There's no way that he doesn't deal with, like, sociopathic, narcissistic bullshit, because these aren't little fucking lies. These aren't tiny. It's
impressive.
It isn't, though, because the thing is, what impressive would be is if he was getting away with it still. But he piled up so many lies. They're big, they're huge, they're lies that it's like that as a country we should be like, that is not acceptable. Like, if we're gonna tell our kids they can't lie about like fucking little bullshit they do around, it's wild and it's crazy. And his only response to shit is that
No, I know he's not answering anything. I mean, at least like Anna Sorokin or whatever was trying to lie her way into a foundation. She was trying to create an art foundation for the good of people. You know, this fucking bitch is lying his way to be a fucking Republican piece of shit. Like, I mean, grifter becoming a grifter is not like a crazy jump, you know, but I mean, like, he was a grifter who was trying to be part of the greatest graft of all time, the Republican fucking party in the U.S. Congress.
He picked up one of Madison Crawford's old aides now working on his for his bullshit now. And wow, I'm just like, is that who he's so? Did you see the photos of him like when Marjorie Taylor Greene? What was Marjorie? Listen, this is better than daytime at this point. You know what I mean? Like I did not realize. And honestly, look, if anyone wants to be like politics is boring, no, the only reason why you're not into it is because you're too stupid to understand the content. But the soap opera of it currently,
yeah. Did you? Like, there was Mike Rogers tried to fucking slap Matt Gaetz upside the head.
Someone grabbed his face and pulled it away in the most dramatic way. That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna grab my mouth. It's COVID, you fuck.
I know.
Like these are a bunch of uneducated, fucking fat-bellied loser pieces of shit who, you know, I don't know, maybe beat their wives allegedly. Who knows? Definitely racist. You know, the patting of the head of their black congressman colleague when he was what was his name? He was the one who Donald something when he was voted for in the House, but he voted for McCarthy. Like someone did a good job situation on the top of his head. It's like it's like I just can't understand how we've let them get this far. Like it started with like that tea. We should have been stricter at the Tea Party. We should have punished the South after the Civil War. We should have punished them. We should have made them fucking atone. Yep. We should have been like Germany. We should have cut every fucking thing.
Yeah.
So that way and made everything that they fucking made laws about illegal. So that those fucking hillbillies had to face the fucking truth.
Yeah.
We didn't do it.
I know we're not supposed to like Lincoln that much anymore because of a variety of reasons, but I will say this. If he hadn't been killed, that would have been dealt with better because then Andrew Johnson came in and who was an appeaser to the South and gave them everything they wanted. If we had been some actual punishment back then, but we can't go back 155 years ago or however long, 107, whatever.
Well, no, we can go way further back than that. We're talking about like this was the American experiment is proof that Puritan fucking Christian right should never be able to form a country ever because it's based on bullshit that is going to ultimately be bad for progress in your societies. And that is what we are. We're a failed project. We're a failed project from the beginning. We're poorly managed from the start. We got rich on the backs of slaves.
Yes.
And that is it. Not because we're smart, not because we're fucking, you know, it's because we had slave labor. So this American, this US elitism bullshit, this is a lie. And it's being proved over and over again that the ones who are like at the helm are just stupid morons. Like, and we let it happen.
Well, yeah. But also like we're talking like
what, Casey?
No, I agree. But I mean, we're talking like the Republicans are in charge of everything right now, and they just have the Congress.
But they can do some. But they can hold up government.
Agreed. No, I'm not.
This is not something that like I don't want to like. Well, it's not. Yes, we still have the two other branches, but this one is still important. This is the money.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's gonna be fucking chaos. It's gonna be like a Brazilian insurrection up in there. It's gonna be real chaos for I'm specifically talking about George Santos. But the chaos in that branch, while bad, might ultimately, and you know, this is kind of the thinking is like they're going to be such a fucking, you know, Benny Hill cartoon or show.
Only if moderates get on board. That's the only way it's true. Is if moderates get on board. That's only true. And I mean, like honestly, fucking crash the debt ceiling. You want Republicans to never win a fucking
election ever again, or at least for the next fucking several generations. Fucking be not that. Let them be nihilistic as fuck. Ruin the economy. I have a feeling that after 2022 elections, I'm more confident that the American public knows a maniac when they see it. Now. And I have a feeling that if the Republicans intentionally ruin the world economy for spite, for Social Security, to take away their socialist security, people's Social Security, I'm pretty sure they were going to hold them accountable at the fucking polls. But
fingers crossed, dude. We still have Mississippi and Alabama and Kentucky and Arkansas and Wyoming and South Dakota, and we have. Listen,
you're right. That is a lot of terrible places,
and they have more power than we do. They have more represented. You know what I mean? It's like it's stacked. That's the overall system still stacked. So.
Agreed.
I want to enter this year positively. I am looking at this situation as entertainment at this moment, but I want to see when they actually start getting some work done, if there's actually going to be some work done, because we have to deal with that for 2 more years before we get another vote on that. So, right. But before we go, I want to ask you: have we talked about the Prince Harry, Prince William thing? Have we mentioned that on this show at all?
Not enough.
I mean, so Harry's book, Spare, is recently out. I think it's was out Friday or something. But
she's been spilling tea all week.
And I'm not listening. You know what I mean? Like I think that it's super interesting that he is letting us see into their brother relationship, because look, I have read a lot of things about tutors. Like I've read a lot of fictional historical shit. Like nary a brother, sister, sister got along in those days. It was always marked as a fucking someone is better, someone is not. You know what I mean?
That's how it goes.
And it's just so funny on how the regular bullshit public here in this country that's invested in that actual shit, and the people over there still want to play up the tiaras and big dresses and fucking general jewels on your fucking bullshit. They want to fucking put that up way more than they want to know. Like, do you know how many princes killed their siblings throughout history? Like, it's not glamorous, like every castle was just basically a toilet, you know what I mean? Like full of fucking fancy dressed stinky people who are afraid of baths because they thought it took your soul. All right, it wasn't until they met indigenous people that they realized they even had to wash their fucking asses. So these people are morons. We have to stop. However, look, Prince William was good looking and now he's not. Harry is still good looking. And so that is what do you mean?
He's more good looking than William.
I'm not listening. First of all, I don't really trail down the ginger trail anyway. But I'm saying if I was given a choice on which one I would want to be looking back up at me when I was getting a blowjob, it would be the ginger.
Well, you just like a full head of hair.
Yeah, I want to fucking.
But it's not even that. It's not even that.
No. But it's not like Trump sparse either. You know what I mean? It's still. I mean, I would never grab it because I'd feel bad if I took any more of it out.
You don't want to run your hands through it.
Well, no,
it's coming back like Elon's. He's got enough money now. He got that Netflix deal.
I was like, listen, Harry, you live in Beverly Hills now, bitch. Go and get some. Listen,
are they in Beverly Hills? They're in
LA. They're in LA. They're somewhere here in California.
They're not in. They're in Santa Barbara.
The Boopra? I don't know if it's.
They're in the St. Babs. They're in St. Babs.
Anyway, regardless of where they are, they're here. And let's not forget, go to the first season of Community and see Joel McHale, then go to season 2. It's very subtle and you can do it really, really easy and it'll look great. They have bald men on lockout here on the West Coast. They can hook you up. Fine. And you are Prince. So
he's a duke.
Well, whatever the fuck? Who cares?
You're
from inbreeding. Let's not forget that. Let's not forget that. Of course, William spouts off and that he's fucking over his brain is mushy from the inbreeding. He was lucky to have Diana come into that family and bring in some non-inbreeding and that shit. So his brain is at least only half mushy and not completely mushy.
I don't. There's a lot of things I like about.
Hold on.
There's a lot. Yes, there's a lot of things I like about Diana, but I want to be clear. Charles was still basically fucking a cousin when he was fucking Diana. I mean, there's no way you have nobility and not be a cousin. You know, that's just how it goes. I'm team Di, but you know, she still fucked her cousin.
we on that note, why not stop right there?
Yeah.
Casey, why don't you tell people what you're up to?
You can see me up in San Francisco in 2 weeks at the SF Sketch Fest week 3, the 27th and 28th. I'll be doing shows. Find it at sfsketchfest.com. You can find me, Casey Ley. Whoa, I almost had a brain meltdown there. Casey Ley on Instagram. And that's about it for now, friends.
That's great. If you like GPHH, then why don't you go find our iTunes page, subscribe, leave a comment, rate the show, let us know how we're doing. We love feedback. I always do every Wednesday at 10 p.m. Battle Babies in West Hollywood at Stash. So if you are in the area or visiting and want to see what she looks like in drag up close, come out and see me there. It's a good time, a lot of fun. I am the Tony Soto Show on Instagram and TikTok, and all things Tony Soto as a cross-dressing drag queen shuffling around this goddamn Southern California area. You can find that at Tony Soto Productions. It's no longer Learn the Words, bitch. It's now Tony Soto Productions. We'll be back again next week with more faggotry and maybe an opener from Tony Soto. We'll see.